couple bad pitches from Shen. Is that kind of how you look at the day to get you through 7 innings like that?
Yeah. Wei-Yin pitched well. He had, 3 solos. We didn't do much. I think I counted 8 balls we hit hard. Not a whole lot. They hit some balls hard that we caught. So there's some of that. I thought Wei-Yin had some hard hit balls that were caught too. So defensively, Brian made a big play there. But just couldn't mount much. Obviously, early on, usually with 4 o'clock games, most of the scoring's done early on because from about 5 o'clock on, it's hard to see. It's one of the problems with the 4 o'clock starts.
So what was Ramirez doing there?
Yeah, a lot of change-ups, made use of a liberal plate and did well with it. And he, same for both the clubs. But he, had good stuff. He stayed in attack mode. Made some good defensive plays behind him. And didn't walk. He walked anybody, maybe one. I think Wei-Yin walked one, maybe.
I think you've mentioned this in the past, but your teams seem to pitch you guys a little bit backwards in terms of throwing you that kind of off-speed stuff early. Is that something you guys need to adjust to, or how do you kind of see that?
No, they did it last year, and we handled it well. We have at times this year, and will again. But he had a lot of things working in his favor today that he made good use of, and he pitched well. That's why they're pitching, about as well as anybody in the league. It's one of their fortes. We saw a good example of it today.
I know you like to say that, momentum is sort of the next day's starting pitcher, but a lot of times the club has gotten within, a game or two of 500 and then fallen back. Is it kind of disappointing when you think, well, maybe the club's getting on a roll?
I don't, it's too, you try to be consistent, and there's too many things that, you strive to be consistent in a lot of areas other than the physical part of it. And, you just kind of hope the season kind of settles down and we get some consistency. There's a lot of excuses there, none of which I want to hear. It's a challenging playing, really good teams, best in the world, and there's no, you got to do a lot of things well over a long period of time to do what, we need to do and what we've done in the past. Our guys know that.
Look, I'm not questioning the decision to send him home, absolutely, but if he does score,
you would have? So you agree with it?
Oh, I completely agree.
Okay, why?
But if it was it took a perfect throw, and that's what it was. If they don't get that throw and he scores, do you think maybe that things might have changed, the momentum might have swung?
No, I really appreciate you asking it that way, and I take it that way. A lot of people don't. That's one of those after the fact and what have you. He, in a way, it didn't look like we were going to be getting many opportunities there, but Bobby's one of the best in the business, and he made some great decisions for us, and that's one of those, not necessarily wrong. If we knew how everything was going to turn out, it'd be real easy over there. But, he had to make a really good throw to get him. You don't know what's going to happen afterwards. But like you said, that's potential to maybe kind of get it flowing a little bit offensively. And, I'm not saying it was, it's kind of a momentum. There wasn't really a lot of ebb and flow momentum. You got 3 solo shots. Obviously, the ball was flying today if you get it up in the air. But, they didn't need any help from the weather today. But, it's runs are at a premium. Sometimes in the game, you have to take some chances that may not work out. Adam had an X-ray here and then went and had an MRI at, I think, Hopkins. I'm not sure where, maybe Samaritan. I'm not sure where he went. Mild sprain and day-to-day. So structurally checked out pretty good. See what tomorrow brings.
Updated at all? Or?
Bud will pitch in Norfolk on Tuesday, and hopefully that'll be his last start. That's the last step, I think, get his legs under him, and, we're not looking for him to pitch 9 shutout innings, just looking for him to continue down the path. He's very close. And you guys can figure out where he might slot in. we got some options, but I know we're planning right now. We'll see what the next few days bring without any off days. It's hard to plan too deep.